Alright, so welcome back. I hope everybody had a great spring break, at least a restful spring break, which is what, well, that's what they're for me. So, first things first, the reason this presentation was late today is that I was at an ASUA appropriations meeting from 3 till 3:45, and we've been funded at approximately 2/3 the requested level for Anchorage, so that's good news for everybody, and especially for those of you who are going to Anchorage. We will get on pricing and ticket purchasing and exactly how much it might cost everybody. The only catch, of course, is that ASUA reimburses us for a predetermined amount. They don't pay for it right away, so if you're planning on traveling to Anchorage and you're not funded from an outside source, or probably even if you are, you're probably going to have to scare up about $500 for a plane ticket. But you will be reimbursed for that. But we will discuss that if you're going to Anchorage. We'll be holding meetings soon, don't worry. Upcoming events, well, there are lots, but specifically last month I mentioned there was a request for a star party at Keeling Elementary that came through Flandreau that nobody at Flandreau could attend, and they asked us if we wanted to do that. None of the dates that we had tried to set up with them worked. We finally found one, which is March 28th at approximately 7 p.m., which is the last date that will work for them, and really, well, it's not the last date that will work for us, but I mean, the original date was February 29th, so this has been pushed back quite a ways. That having been said, I'm not positive we'll be doing this star party because it's a different date from the one that was originally requested with Flandreau. But we haven't heard back from Flandreau, and so right now we're going to plan on doing this star party. So quick show of hands, March 28th is a Wednesday. So how many people do you think would be able to go? 2. All right, I'll pass out a sign-up sheet in a couple minutes, and just let me know if you'll be able to come. The CELS Star Party is still happening. Katie Garmany will come and talk to us next week, just a bit about what we're doing, where we're going. And I'm going to double check the transportation, but right now we're planning on having it be an NOAO van, which is great because it means that nobody has to pay for gas out to CELS. And so if you're planning on going to the CELS Star Party, please come next week. She'll just talk to us for a couple minutes after the meeting, and just give us a heads up on what the plan is.
Also for NOAO transportation, it could depend on how many people are going.
Yes, it is. It
get an HOV if they're Thomas Line, but they have to know that in advance.
I doubt they will. I think the NOAO minivans would be sufficient for this. Yeah. I mean, they're NOAO minivans.
Also,
but
we were asked to go, so we could be like, there are 2 or 3 of like us who work at NOAO, there are 2 or 3 of us going, so it's like the total count of people going is more than fits in a minivan.
yes, yeah, she mentioned that that some of you guys might be going. She wasn't sure about availability, so. And then of course we have the Sabino Canyon Star Party on April 7th. It would be really awesome if a lot of people could come to that. I can't, or I would really prefer not to go to that one, and it's not because I don't like you guys, and it's not because I don't like Sabino Canyon, but it's Easter weekend and I have other obligations. So please come on April 7th to Sabino Canyon if you can. It would be really awesome. It's probably going to finally be not cold that night, so, because it's April and winter storms aside, it's warm these days. Other upcoming events. This Friday is the Wrath of Khan. I'm working on getting N210 reserved, which has the big screen, which I am informed that we need to watch this on the big screen. So I'm working on it. I have to talk to Michelle, and she might say no. But there's nothing else scheduled during that time. So it will probably be at 6 p.m. though, and I'll send out an email to that effect if the time changes. But you should all come, especially if you haven't seen it. There are certain educational standards that must be met. So, you know, come to the movie.
How long?
Off the top of my head, I don't remember. I can look it up though and let you know. I think it's about 2 hours. Yeah. Hang on. Come on. It's 112 minutes. So yeah, I was going to reserve the room from 6 to 8-ish. Hiking, we're hoping to start hiking now that it's getting warm. We're going to head up a ways into the mountains, and there's some really great hikes around Tucson. So Allie's going to pass around a sign-up sheet, and it's not a sign-up sheet for a specific date. It's more to figure out when people might be available. I do have to say, probably April 21st would not be good. We're hoping to do an event at Biosphere 2 that day, and we want a lot of people to come to that. So please, thank you for the sign-up sheet, but please ignore the 21st on that. Also, this is not a strictly Astro Club event, although I would hope to make it one. Oh, that did not come out right. I would hope that Astro Club could have an official presence at this event. Sharing the Sky is an annual star party, and CT, it's in benefit of what?
The Sharing the Sky Foundation.
Okay.
Which basically its focus is outreach. Pull up their website and do actual specific.
Okay. Anyway, it's Saturday the 31st, officially from 3 to 10, but I was thinking it really is a star party more than solar observing, as far as I can tell. So this would be a very good, I'll get in contact with the organizers or find out what we need to do to have telescopes there. But I was hoping we could have a pretty good club presence and just do some publicity for the club.
Where is it?
It's on the mall. And this wouldn't be something that would be a profitable evening, in the sense that, you know, when we go to Sabino Canyon, we have a donations box. Since this is a fundraiser for a specific group, this won't be that at all, but it's a good organization, and it's a good thing to raise money for, and it'd be good for us to have a presence there. So I will pass around a sign-up sheet for that as well as soon as we're done with the slideshow. A couple of things looking way ahead. I'll get to the Biosphere 2 day in a moment. We're going to replace Astronomy Days and Nights with this Biosphere 2 thing. And that has its own separate slide in a minute. Looking way ahead, there's something called Teacher Day at UA, which is it's in April. And
April or November?
Teacher Day at UA is in April. So there are two events there that we were looking at. Teacher Day is the 28th of April. It's an event for teachers all over Arizona, I believe. Arizona or southern Arizona. They expect about 10,000 teachers. They were wondering if we could run some solar telescopes for that event. And I thought that would be a very good thing to run solar telescopes for. we would, again, like to have a strong presence at that event. And it's a lot of lead time, so I am happy about that. I know we're getting in towards finals at that time, but it's 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and, at least maybe that'll be a reason for me to crawl out of whatever cave I've holed up in to finish all my work and see the sunlight a bit. So I'll keep you apprised of that, and we'll start passing out sign-up sheets as that date comes a little closer. I don't want to do it right now because we're so far out, but just keep that in mind. Also, there's a request for a paid star party on November 3rd, which is a wonderful amount of lead time. It's the Arizona Society of Operating Room Nurses. And they're having an event in November, and they wanted to do a star party and wine tasting. So I'm afraid, I have a feeling we're not part of the wine tasting, unfortunately, which is probably good. If we're going out there with green laser pointers, we shouldn't have any wine. Safety first. But that would be a paid star party, so I'm going to email them back and let them know. But I just wanted to let you guys know that we had that request. Not that we're going to start planning it at this particular moment, but wanted to let you know that that came in. Also, Astronomy Club in the Sunshine Room. Borton Elementary has, the different classrooms have names. So there's the Sunshine Room and the Wildcat Room and the Tree Room.
Is there a rainbow room?
I don't think there's a Rainbow Room. I'm sorry. Maybe there's a Rainbow Room now. It's been a long time since I went to Borton.
Okay.
But Borton was my elementary school, and there's a project they do every other year about the lunar phases, so I offered to do a star party for them. And we're working out what we could do. There's a possibility of an afternoon and evening party, and there's a possibility, they have time set aside during the day. Now, I would like to go during the day, but, I mean, they're hour-long time slots, and I think it would be difficult with everybody's schedules to do that. The possible times are Mondays and Fridays, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., or Mondays 1 to 2, Fridays 1:30 to 2:30, I believe. Would anybody be able to make any of those times? Yeah, that's about what I thought. Okay. All right, well, I will email Carol back and let her know an evening star party would be good. But we won't be setting this up for like the next week or two. This will be good lead time, and we'll be able to get a lot of planning in on this. But I said I would check and see what we could do, and if we could do the daytime stuff.
Sorry, what was the date for that?
There is no date yet.
There is no date.
We're working that out. So it's right now very fluid. There's a possibility of doing something on April 17th, but we're not sure about that yet, which is a Tuesday. Oh, that's still going around? Okay. So, after that rather long slide, let's see, Earth Day at Biosphere 2. Originally we were planning on doing astronomy days and nights this Saturday. We didn't make good contact with Biosphere 2 early enough for that to happen, but at the Tucson Festival of Books, the outreach coordinator for Biosphere 2 came and invited us to do basically whatever we want for their Earth Day stuff. So it's an all-day event. This would be similar to Science Saturday, but on a much grander scale, and we would like to have everybody who can come help out with that. And we want this to be a big event. If you have any intention of at all of coming, please come to Katie's office hours this week. We need to get this planned. Katie's office hours are from 4 to 6, The official outreach planning, the outreach meeting time is at 5 on Wednesdays. Katie's office hours are from 4 to 6 on Wednesdays. So please, if you are at all interested in helping out with this or even just planning this, come to her office hours this week. Oh dear. There we go. Okay. And a quick show of hands. Who is interested in helping out Earth Day at Biosphere 2, April 21st? Awesome. Okay. So come to Katie's office hours. We'll send out reminder emails. We'll be as pesky as we need to be, but we'll get this done. Next order of business. At the very beginning of the semester, I mentioned astrophotography. We can do both film and digital. I have Adobe Photoshop, which would be useful for digital. I've been looking into finding darkroom spaces that we could use. I know how to develop, I just need the space to do it and to teach you guys to do it. And it's a lot of fun. Like, a lot of fun. It's actually quite addictive. Although, you know, darkroom chemicals, enclosed spaces, bad ventilation. Maybe it's not really as addictive as I think. Yes.
More than you think.
It's more addictive, yes, for different reasons than I thought. So there are several spaces here that we could use. I haven't moved forward on actually trying to reserve the space because I wanted to make sure we have enough interest to do this. These are spaces in Stewart, and we need to be able to say, no, look, we're really going to use this space. We're really going to keep it clean. We're really going to be responsible. And, you know, I have most of the equipment that's necessary. Dawn has an enlarger, which is what you use to make the actual, you know, 5x7 or whatever size print you want, which he's willing to let us use. And Dawn has some cameras. The largest expenses would be film and printing paper, in all likelihood. But we need to know how many people are interested before we commit to the space use. So who here would be interested in learning to do black and white astrophotography? Sweet. All right, well, I'll talk to Stewart and see what we can get. And we might have to say, oh, we'll be willing to clean up this space a bit for you as well. But I'm hoping to get it for cheap or for free, and I was going to say, let's let the club use the space for a year. At the end of a year, we'll reevaluate and see how we're doing. So, but excellent. I'm very excited about that. I will move forward on this and let you guys know what happens next week. T-shirts. I sent out an email. Sorry that the one image is blurry. Anyway, I sent out an email. Let me know if you hate them. Otherwise, I'm going to order them tomorrow. The design on the left is for the polo. The design on the right is for the T-shirt.
And thank you, Carmen.
And thank you, Carmen.
What color is the polo?
The polo was going to be black and white lines. So everything basically reverse the colors of what's there. Yeah?
I was going to say, would it be more expensive, or is everyone against this, if it was like a navy blue or dark blue for the polo?
I don't care, but apparently other people have strong opinions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
I don't think it would be more expensive, no. We just have to, no.
Yeah, it wouldn't be more expensive. The expense for the polos comes in the fabric that we choose. So we want to get embroidered polos because silk screened polos, no. We're going to get silk screened shirts, but not, the polos should be embroidered. So no, it won't be more expensive. Can we just have a quick vote? No matter what we do, the logo, the telescope UA, and the text are all going to be in white. So who, all in favor of a black polo? Raise of hands. All in favor of a navy blue polo? Abstain? Any other suggestions?
Half black,
Purple.
half navy blue.
That would be expensive.
Bright yellow.
No.
Tie-dye, yeah.
I have a bright yellow astronomy shirt that unfortunately I don't wear.
Bright pink.
I will hurt you. There will be no pink
I
involved.
will hurt me if there's pink.
All right. Well, I believe
Neon
the
green.
blacks have it. So black polos, guys. All right. I believe that is it on all of the pressing news.
I have a question about the
Yeah.
shirts. You said we could pre-order them or not. Do you
Yes.
want to do that today?
Yes. Well, within the next week.
Okay.
As long as you order them before I walk in with the box of shirts. So,
Wait, where are we learning?
Aladdin Graphics.
We actually go to the website ourselves?
No.
No. The
Talk to
club.
Allison or talk to
Just give your money
CT. Yeah.
Somebody will write your name
Give
down.
them all the money.
Make it disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, talk to CT, see what you can bribe him for, you know. But yeah, the club is ordering shirts from Aladdin Graphics. You pre-order the shirts from us. Because they'll be here a maximum of 10 days from when we order them. So there's a timeline there, or a deadline there. Projects, same as ever. If you're in the Exoplanet group, please come to the Exoplanet meeting today. Binocular Telescope didn't meet today. Go to the Outreach Materials meeting, please. Also, Radio Project unfortunately did not observe over spring break because the receiver broke. But we'll discuss that at the next Radio Project meeting and discuss when we'll be able to observe again. Member pages? Come on, guys. You all know you want a member page. You're sure.
Sure you do.
You know it. Are you sure about that, Tim? All right. And if you haven't paid your dues, pay your dues. I gave CT permission quite a while ago to hunt you all down, so pay your dues. And there's no research presentation today. But there is astronomy question of the week. So I apologize, this presentation was long, and I'll try to keep it shorter next week. Does anybody have anything else they want to bring up? All right.